take 2 Kokomo. Travis ran Circle City last night. Usac's format's brutal now. Just how the qualifying works. Like, it's just as dependent on qualifying as probably World Series is back home with the sprint cars. Expanded the flights, I think, due to just groups getting stacked, but I think that's a bad deal because once the curb sort of built up last night, a lot of cars really did struggle. The track dropped about half a second just because they couldn't run it. I just figured it out, but majority didn't. So hopefully we're on the good end of qualifying this time. It seems like if you draw an early pill, it's really good. This one improved from last race. Embarrassed myself, I want to say, a little bit. It's a tough gig though, but we're better than what we were, I thought. We just got to put our heads down, go back with what we know, and yeah, we should be good for Kokomo. Give a check-in when I head down in Merv the Mini, in the 77 AU. Merv's loaded up for another race day. Yes, I have to put the seats down to get the bag in. Kokomo Speedway, Indiana Sprintweek. Once again, facilities in top-notch shape here at Kokomo. Give a bit of a look at the track before we go too far. It looks actually pretty heavy in the middle, and they've left the top fairly dry, but I don't know if that's just how the gradient of the hill works, because the water would sit in the middle because it's pretty much flat to the fence. Not a lot of cloud cover today and low wind, so the track's going to stay pretty hammer down. I think once it packs in, we'll probably will build a bit of a curb, cushion up. I wouldn't say a curb here, it doesn't really do that. But hopefully we can draw a good pill at the Usac tent. We drew 2 shit ones the last 2 nights between me and Travis, so hopefully we can get something a little lower in the spectrum, because no flights in qualifying, as I said, makes it tough. And look, I don't need the disadvantage as much, like I don't need a disadvantage out of the box, as I need as much help as I can get. What we got going on here? Oh my god.
It's looking really good. I'm impressed.
You need to sipe it too, then you can get really good heat into it.
Yeah, I don't want to get fined.
Hold on the shoe. This is going on YouTube, by the way.
Awesome.
Yeah. $10 fee, what do you reckon?
I said $10.
Yeah, $10, that's fair. Plus a tip.
Yeah.
It says it paid, there you go. This is 77 AU, we've got a water heater. Hell yeah. Getting a bit of heat in there. See if it's actually on. Yeah, no, it's not on. Yeah. Drew 41 myself, and I drew Travis 38. So we're probably going to be one after the other for qualifying. We've seen to end up doing that a lot. Haven't checked the track to see if it's done any different. As you can see, weather's rolling around everywhere, but we're going to give it a crack and just try to get 2 good laps in.
Rock and roll down into the corner. This is a 77 AU car. Todd Hobson out of Clyde, Victoria, Australia. That's a suburb of Melbourne. In case you're curious about it, he caught something down in the corner. That's not going to work out well for the CTR truck sales. Number 77 AU goes 22nd quick, a 13.530 out over the cushion. Turn number 2. My goodness gracious. Russell Steel Sales, this Speedway of Life. All sponsors 77 AU. Follow Todd Hobson Racing on YouTube for his journey here in the U.S. He's been over here since May. He goes 19th quick at 13.295, 13.295. car. He'll be flanked by tonight's quick qualifier and new track record holder out of Greenfield, Indiana, Kodiak Products, Gray Auto, number 77M. It's CJ Leary. Row number 4 to the inside from Odessa, Missouri. And the Design Source Flooring, Motor Haven, number 74, Xavier Doney. Starting back deep in the field, and to his outside, it is the 2E car out of Peoria, Arizona, Ty Mahako behind the wheel. The Epperson Painting, PPG Paints 2E, starting 8th on the field. Row number 5 to the inside, we will find the racer out of Clyde, Victoria, Australia. CTR Truck Sales, Russell Steel Sales, number 77 AU with Todd Hodson. And outside of Hobson is the number 57 car, or 57B car. Cole Bedine out of Rossville, Indiana. Shop sunshine.com. AME Electrical 57B starting outside the 5th row. Brandon Maddox going to that backup car here tonight, Terre Haute, Indiana. Race off down into the corner, side by side, 3 wide back in the field. Mitchell Moles looking around the outside. 19 AZ car on the attack early, and this one moves up to the 4th and final transfer spot. He rockets onto the front straightaway. Here comes your quick qualifier back behind. CJ Leary, 77 car, going to work the curb. Number 2, Sterling Kling running second. Briggs Dinner rounding out those top 3. Oh, no, contact. And over goes Sterling Kling in the number 34 car. Way up high, got to maintain that single file formation onto the front, shoots, and we're off and running. Mahako looking down to the inside, first one out, looking in, run that P5 spot back behind Xavier Doney as well, the number 74 car. Here comes Mahako on the attack, trying to get down to the inside of Weir and pick up a transfer. Go down Simpson Race Products, heat race number 1's got a drive, and he's got P4. We're up high. Little Thompson back behind the 77 AU, making some strides out around the number 28 car, picks up a spot. He'll try to race his way up towards the front of this heat race. And again, running for points. These points come into play as Indiana Sprintweek goes on for that payout that takes place when 3 laps to go, that time by the starter stand. Mahako solid P4 now, still quite the battle for not last on the racetrack, taking place back deeper. Briggs Danner trying to battle around the outside of the number 28 down into turn number 3, but to no avail. They aren't anywhere close being in a transfer spot now with just 2 laps to go. White flag coming out the next time by for Ryan Timms. Timms had her hiked up there just a little bit on the entrance into turn number 3. He's got to get himself a nice 2.5 advantage over the rest of the field. Mahako, you see his elbows going up and down there, working the wheel. The 2E car hangs onto your final transfer spot, but up front, Simpson Race Products heat race number 1. Ryan Timms picks up the win. Mitchell Moles goes second. CJ Leary, Ty Mahako will advance. Scotty Weir, Xavier Doney, Brandon Maddox, and Todd Hobson. Be back in a BRC main a little bit later on. We'll see what we have in store. It's the Toyota TRD pace truck down into the infield, side by side, wheel to wheel up front. Tom Harris and Todd Hobson, the 2 out-of-staters, we'll call them, getting ready to bring his field to life. They idle down like a herd of turtles into turn number 3. We'll be back here in just a second. Yeah, they speak English and we speak regular. Here we go. NOS Energy Drink starting cans, side by side, start up front. We're underway. Harris down on the inside. Count the elbows come together, come down the corner. Bernie Rose got some places to go and things to do as well. Here comes the 77S of Berryhill down on the inside. Scattered across. Oh, 4 wide. Momentarily at turn number 4. Brody Rowe trying to shoot through there against the number 3 spot for the 91R car. Needs another position, himself a row 4. Going into the main event. We'll line him straight up on the back of the beat based on how they finish out this season. They charge down into turn number 1 and 2. Down on the inside, here comes the 2B car, Max Adams. Work is roll off the wall. There goes Adams. Maybe shuffle back into fourth on the field, not without company. Berryhill's right there as well. 3-car tussle, and again glancing off the wall for the 91R car. That shuffle, Berryhill down on the inside. 71S now out of the mix. Meanwhile, here comes Brandon Maddox, the 28 car. Started back on the inside of row number 5, and he's coming. Got that thing rolling good around the bottom for the number 28. So look out. Into the fence up front for Hobson. Oh, my goodness gracious. Caution comes out. I missed that, Rob. You caught it.
You had a big fucking lead, you know that, right? Washing up. As you can tell, I probably didn't want to make a video last time, and probably best I didn't. I was very, very filthy with myself. Hard to beat. Man, it was on a road. Timed very well, like 3 to 4 tenths quicker than anyone. I was cracking 2 laps the same, and then I just made one little screw up, trying to just see what I could get away with, and sure enough, it ended the way it did. Travis unfortunately didn't get a good luck run either. He transferred out of the sea, but he got in an incident where, not sure what happened, but all of them sort of slid up when they hit each other, and he just had nowhere to go running the top. I'm really happy with the pace of this thing. I'll even look at the B main time. The track was straight after, and I could barely get in the 8s, and I was in the 5s. So this is what could have been, you know. Yeah, anyway, I freaking love Kokomo. Last night was track record speed. One more race in America, the ADM machine I'm calling it, Bloomington. I've been there, this has been my 5th time there. Initially I didn't even plan to race there, just because of the speed I got. I might settle myself into it, but it seems that the faster tracks I go a lot better. Now program in we ran last time, tried some different stuff, didn't really work. That unfortunately didn't get any video of that because of the mud. We'll dial all that back in and hopefully get on a good start from then on.